Looking as fine as can be in your fancy car.
Blaque burst onto the music scene with infectious energy and undeniable talent, captivating audiences with their blend of R&B, pop, and hip-hop. Their catchy tunes and charismatic personalities propelled them to stardom, making them one of the most promising girl groups of their era. But behind the glitz and glamour, a tragic event would forever change the trajectory of the group. Join us as we delve into the untold story of Blaque.
In the club, they tryna post up. I seen a little bit up in the back, she tryna hold some. Broke hoe, came to
The group formation. Blaque, an acronym for Believing in Life and Achieving a Quest for Unity in Everything, is an American girl group that gained fame from the late 1990s to the early 2000s. The group is often recognized for its distinctive blend of R&B, pop, and hip-hop, coupled with strong vocal harmonies and powerful performances. Outside the United States, they were known as Black Ivory, which was used to differentiate them from another artist named Blaque. The roots of Blaque trace back to 1994, when Shamari Fierce, a student at Southwest DeKalb High School in Atlanta, Georgia, formed a girl group. Shamari was an aspiring singer with a passion for music, and she began her journey by gathering a rotation of members for her group, which included Natina Reed, a classmate at the same high school. Natina, like Shamari, was also driven by her love for music and had dreams of making it big in the industry. Their shared ambition soon led them to meet a producer who saw potential in the young women and decided to take them under his wing. This producer envisioned an urban country singing act and began training the group, which he named Boots. However, the concept of the group was still in its early stages, and the members were in the process of honing their skills and defining their musical identity.
She tryna broke hoe, can't associate, even her folks dumb. I don't gotta twerk, cause when I did
While the group was still in its developmental phase, Natina Reed's journey took a different turn. In 1995, just a year after joining the group, Natina left due to family reasons. Her father, Paul Reed, a reverend, disapproved of his daughter's involvement in secular, non-religious music. He believed that Natina's talents should be directed toward gospel music, which aligned with their religious beliefs. As a result, Natina stepped away from the group, leaving Shamari to continue pursuing her musical aspirations with other members. Following Natina Reed's departure from the group Boots, the trajectory of the group took a significant turn. Shamari Fierce, the driving force behind the original formation, remained determined to succeed in the music industry. In her quest to keep the group intact, she connected with Cinnamon Robinson, a vocal coach and manager who played a crucial role in shaping the future of the group. In 1995, a pivotal moment for Intrigue occurred when 12-year-old Brandy Williams was added to the group. Williams, who hailed from Detroit, Michigan, was a precocious talent with a mature voice that belied her young age. Her addition to the group was seen as a vital step toward completing the lineup, and her vocal abilities complemented the existing members, adding a new dynamic to their sound. Under Robinson's guidance, the members of Intrigue were not only given vocal training, but were also enrolled in dancing and acting classes. These sessions were designed to make them more well-rounded performers, capable of succeeding in the competitive entertainment industry. Despite the extensive training and the addition of a promising new member, Intrigue faced significant challenges in securing a record deal. The mid-90s were a competitive time for girl groups, with the market saturated by acts that were all vying for the attention of major record labels. Intrigue, while talented and well-prepared, struggled to stand out in this crowded landscape. The members continued to hone their skills in the recording studio, gaining valuable experience, but the elusive record deal remained out of reach.
I'm finna rock the stage. I put my foot on bitch's neck, they let me out the cage. I gotta make a way.
After leaving the group due to her father's concerns about secular music, Natina Reed found herself at a crossroads. Her parents' divorce became a pivotal moment in her life, leading her to reassess her priorities and eventually return to her passion for music. Reed's love for music had never waned, and she began to pursue a career in secular music once more, this time on her terms. To support herself, she began singing jingles, a gig that not only provided her with much needed income, but also kept her connected to the music industry. During this time, Reed crossed paths with Ronald Lopez, a talent scout with deep industry connections. Ronald was the brother of the iconic Lisa Left Eye Lopes, a member of the legendary R&B group TLC. Ronald Lopez co-owned a production company named Blaque House, and his experience in the industry made him a valuable ally for Reed. Recognizing her talent, Lopes agreed to manage her and saw potential in her as a songwriter. He hired Reed to write for TLC, one of the most successful girl groups of the time, which gave her a valuable opportunity to hone her songwriting skills and further establish herself in the industry. While working under Lopez management, Reed felt the urge to return to performing and sought an outlet for her creative energies. The idea of forming a new girl group began to take shape in her mind. Recognizing the potential to create something unique, Reed approached Ronald Lopez with the idea, suggesting that he form a new girl group with her as a key member. To make this idea a reality, Reed reached out to Shamari Fears, with whom she had previously worked in the group Boots. Fears, who had continued to pursue music with the group Intrigue, was eager to join forces with Reed again. Together, they envisioned a group that could stand out in the competitive landscape of 90s R&B and pop music. To complete the trio, Fears invited Brandy Williams, the talented young singer who had joined Intrigue at the age of 12.
And I'm just using your little hoe until his bread gone. And yeah, I've been that bitch since 1988. That's when
Williams' powerful voice and strong stage presence made her the perfect complement to Reed and Fears, rounding out the group's sound and chemistry. With the lineup finalized, the group needed a name that would capture their identity and set them apart from other acts. They decided to name the group Blaque, after Ronald Lopez's production company, Blaque House. The name was not only a nod to Lopez's support, but also reflected the group's vision of representing strong Black women in music. In 1996, Blaque was officially formed, marking the beginning of a new chapter for Reed, Fears, and Williams. The group was built on the foundation of their shared experiences and struggles, with each member bringing her unique strengths to the table. Under Ronald Lopes' management, Blaque began to develop their sound, which blended elements of R&B, pop, and hip-hop, influenced by the era's musical trends and their talents. Once Blaque was formed, the group began intensive preparations to break into the music industry. Ronald Lopes, who was managing the group, recognized the importance of giving Blaque the best possible start and reached out to his sister, Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC, for help. Left Eye, who was not only a prominent figure in the music industry but also known for her creativity and strong sense of artistic identity, became Blaque's mentor. Her involvement was crucial in shaping the group's early career. Understanding the industry's demands and the importance of presentation, Left Eye arranged for Blaque to record demo tracks and undergo professional photo shoots. These demos were crucial in showcasing the group's potential to record labels, while the photo shoots helped establish their visual identity. Left Eye's influence extended beyond just the business side. She also provided artistic direction, helping the group develop a sound that would resonate with both R&B and pop audiences. 6 months after their formation, Blaque had made significant strides under Left Eye's mentorship. Recognizing that they were ready for the next step, Left Eye arranged for Blaque to audition for Tommy Mottola, the CEO of Sony Music. Mottola was one of the most powerful figures in the music industry at the time, known for his ability to spot and nurture talent. Recognizing the group's potential, Mottola quickly offered Blaque a recording contract with Columbia Records, a major label under the Sony Music umbrella.
I don't gotta twerk, cause when I jet, the niggas throw some. He at his daddy house, and now I'm thinking I want both of them.
This deal marked a critical turning point for Blaque, officially launching their professional music career. With the contract secured, Columbia Records wasted no time in fast-tracking the production of Blaque's debut album. Before the release of their debut album, Blaque gained some early exposure by making a cameo appearance in the music video for Lil' Kim's Not Tonight remix in 1997. the song was a part of the Nothing to Lose soundtrack and became a significant hit, further raising Blaque's profile in the industry. The group releases. Blaque's self-titled debut album, released in 1999, marked their official entry into the music industry and showcased their potential to become a prominent R&B girl group. The album debuted at number 23 on Billboard's top R&B/hip hop albums chart and number 53 on the Billboard 200, a respectable showing for a new group. The album's commercial success was further solidified when it was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, signifying over 1 million copies sold. The album's lead single, 808, played a significant role in establishing Blaque's presence on the music scene. Produced by Trackmasters, the song featured a distinctive beat and catchy chorus, blending R&B with a hip-hop edge. 808 became a substantial hit, peaking at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. The track's success was further underscored by its gold certification from the RIAA, indicating strong sales and widespread radio play. 808 not only introduced Blaque to a national audience, but also set the tone for their signature sound.
You know we round, we drunk. You never heard that bitch is Blaque, oh you a ghost song.
The third single from the album, Bring It All to Me, proved to be another major hit for the group. Featuring J.C. Chasez of the popular boy band NSYNC, the song appealed to both R&B and pop audiences, showcasing Blaque's versatility and ability to cross genres. Bring It All to Me climbed to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart and topped the rhythmic charts, where it held the number 1 position for 6 weeks from late 1999 into early 2000. The collaboration with Chasez helped the group gain even more exposure, especially among NSYNC fans, further expanding their fan base. As their singles climbed the charts, Blaque began to establish themselves as a strong live act. In mid-1999, they joined the popular boy band NSYNC as one of the opening acts on their tour. Later that year, Blaque also performed as one of the opening acts for TLC's Fan Mail tour. This tour was particularly meaningful, given that Lisa Left Eye Lopes had been a mentor to the group. Performing alongside TLC, one of the most successful girl groups of all time, further validated Blaque's place in the R&B scene and connected them with fans who appreciated strong female-driven performances.
I'm good. And even if you come along, I'm good. It don't mean a thing to me.
The Fan Mail tour was a major event, and being part of it helped solidify Blaque's reputation as a rising star. In 2000, Blaque expanded its reach beyond music by venturing into acting. The group starred as cheerleaders in the teen comedy film Bring It On, which became a cultural phenomenon and remains a beloved film in the genre. The movie's success provided Blaque with an opportunity to showcase their personalities and talents to a broader audience, further increasing their visibility. In addition to their acting roles, Blaque contributed to the Bring It On soundtrack by recording the song As If, written by Shelley Pekin and Guy Roach. As If captured the youthful energy and attitude that defined both the film and Blaque's music. The inclusion of this track in the soundtrack helped link the group's musical and cinematic endeavors, creating a cohesive brand image for Blaque. After the success of their platinum-certified debut album, Blaque was set to continue their momentum with their second album, Blaque Out. Originally set for release in 2001, the album was intended to solidify the group's presence in the R&B and pop music scenes. However, despite the anticipation, the album never saw an official release. For reasons that were never fully disclosed, Blaque was dropped from Columbia Records, leaving their sophomore effort in limbo. The album's lead single, Can't Get It Back, had the potential to be a hit, but the music video was never released, further diminishing the album's chances of success. The shelving of Blaque Out was a significant setback for the group, as it stalled their career, just as they were on the brink of establishing a lasting legacy in the music industry.
When I did, the niggas throw some. He at his daddy house and now I'm thinking I want both of them. Like, is you gonna spend that?
Although the album was eventually leaked on the internet, giving fans a glimpse of what could have been, it did little to restore the group's trajectory. In 2002, tragedy struck when Lisa Left Eye Lopez, the group's mentor, and one of the founding members of TLC, died in a car crash in Honduras. Lopez had been a guiding force behind Blaque, and her death was a devastating blow to the group both personally and professionally. Her loss left Blaque without their key mentor, further complicating their efforts to regain their footing in the music industry. Despite the setbacks, Blaque was determined to continue their career. After Lopez's death, the group signed with Elektra Records and began work on their third studio album. This period was marked by personal milestones for the members, particularly Natina Reed, who gave birth to a son during this time. However, despite their best efforts, the third album was also shelved, marking yet another missed opportunity for Blaque to re-establish themselves in the music industry. As Blaque struggled to find their footing as a group, the members began exploring solo opportunities. Shamari Fears signed with Darkchild Records in 2005, a label founded by renowned producer Rodney Darkchild Jerkins. This move signaled Fears' intent to carve out a solo career, though no solo album materialized from this deal. Meanwhile, Brandy Williams also pursued solo opportunities, securing a new record deal and beginning work on her album. Although her solo career did not take off as expected, Williams managed to stay in the public eye by providing vocals on the hook of Nelly's hit single Grills, which became a significant success. This collaboration allowed Williams to showcase her vocal talents on a mainstream platform, even as Blaque's future remained uncertain. In 2005, Blaque reunited to record what was intended to be their comeback album, Private Show. Originally titled Beauty, the album represented a fresh start for the group as they sought to reclaim their place in the R&B landscape. The recording process for Private Show was sporadic, stretching from 2005 to 2009.
It was cup up in this bitch, I'm finna go home. I'm front east, put you to sleep, you'll get stepped on. All these hoes
reflecting the challenges the group faced in trying to coordinate their efforts and regain their momentum. During this period, Blaque also agreed to film a reality television show titled Blaque in the House, which was set to air in the summer of 2008. The show was intended to give fans an inside look at the group's dynamic and their journey back to the music scene. However, like many of Blaque's projects during this time, the show was never picked up, and the album Private Show remained unreleased. Despite the setbacks, Blaque did release a few tracks on YouTube, including Cut You Off, All Nighter, Blue Jeans, and High Definition. These songs offered fans a taste of the group's evolving sound and hinted at the potential of Private Show. However, without the full album release, these tracks were not enough to reignite the group's career. After years of trying to navigate the challenges of the music industry and personal setbacks, Blaque ultimately decided to disband. Their journey had been marked by both significant successes and frustrating disappointments. As the members of Blaque navigated the complexities of both their professional and personal lives, their experiences diverged significantly, reflecting the challenges and changes that occurred following the height of their musical careers. In 2006, Shamari Fears married Ronnie DeVoe, a prominent figure in the R&B and hip-hop scenes, known for his work with New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. The union of Shamari and Ronnie brought together two musical talents from iconic groups of the 80s and 90s, creating a power couple within the industry. Their marriage has been marked by a strong partnership, both personally and professionally. Ronnie and Shamari's relationship has been publicly celebrated, particularly after their joint appearance on the reality television series The Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2018. On the show, they opened up about their marriage, discussing the highs and lows, including their decision to engage in an open relationship at one point.
Is it true that I'm the one making you nervous? You're trying real hard as if I'm for show pressed.
A choice they later reconsidered. Together, they welcomed twin boys in 2017, further solidifying their commitment to each other and their family. Brandy Williams continued to pursue her passion for music while also embarking on a new chapter in her personal life. In 2009, she married Jay Harris, marking a significant milestone. While Brandy's marriage was less in the public eye compared to Shamari's, it represented a move towards stability after the turbulence of Blaque's later years. Natina Reed, the third member of Blaque, faced a series of personal challenges following the group's decline. Reed, who had been known for her fierce persona and songwriting talents, attempted to pivot towards acting and writing in the years after Blaque. However, her journey was marred by legal troubles and public misunderstandings. In April 2010, Reed was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, a charge that, while serious, was relatively minor. However, the situation was exacerbated by sensationalized media reports that falsely claimed Reed was also charged with prostitution and substance possession. These false accusations were circulated by a blog that aimed to generate traffic through scandalous headlines, leading to widespread belief in the fabricated charges. The situation was further compounded by the release of Reed's mugshot, which showed her in a distressed state, leading many to speculate about her well-being. The fallout from this incident was significant, as Reed faced public scrutiny and embarrassment. Although the additional charges were later proven to be false, the damage to her reputation had already been done. Unfortunately, Reed's troubles did not end there. Just over a year later, in 2011, she found herself in a similar situation, further complicating her attempts to rebuild her life and career. Despite these challenges, Reed remained determined to reinvent herself.
I'm nice up on the mic, I'm twice the size of rice, my flow keep on the lights, yep. Brain dead, you need sense like...
Focusing on her son and her creative pursuits. However, her struggles with the law and public perception made it difficult for her to fully escape the shadow of these incidents. The reunion. On July 28, 2012, Blaque reunited for a special performance at the Left Eye Music Festival in Decatur, Georgia, an event dedicated to the late Lisa Left Eye Lopes, who had played a crucial role in the formation and early success of the group. This reunion marked a significant moment for Blaque, as it was their first major public performance in years, and represented a hopeful resurgence for the group. At the festival, Blaque performed their hit single, 808, one of their most memorable songs, from their self-titled debut album. Following their performance at the festival, Blaque began working on new projects, signaling a potential comeback. The group contracted with the artist manager, Inga Nandi Willis, who helped them start work on a new album. Additionally, there were plans for a reality television show that would chronicle their return to the music industry. This period was filled with optimism and the possibility of revitalizing Blaque's career.
Stop frontin' and do you. I didn't know Ben started making the Suzus, but it's cool cause I do when I...
However, the group's hopes for a comeback were tragically cut short on October 26, 2012, when Natina Reed was struck by a car near Atlanta, Georgia, resulting in her untimely death just 2 days before her 32nd birthday. Reed's death was a devastating blow to her family, friends, and fans, and it marked the end of Blaque as a group. The circumstances surrounding Reed's death were both mysterious and heartbreaking. It remains unclear why she was in the roadway at the time of the accident. The driver who struck Reed was deemed not at fault, and no charges were filed, indicating that the incident was a tragic accident. Reed's sudden death shocked many, especially given her young age and the potential she still held as an artist and mother. In the wake of Reed's death, certain details about her life came to light, leading to public speculation about her circumstances at the time of the accident. The address listed on the incident report was for an extended stay motel, a location often associated with transient living. This detail led some to speculate that Reed might have been homeless or in financial distress during her final days. However, Reed's mother strongly refuted these claims, insisting that her daughter was not homeless but was in transition, preparing to move into a new home. This statement highlighted the difficult and complex nature of Reed's life in her last years, suggesting that, while she may have been facing challenges, she was working towards improving her situation. Another factor that contributed to the perception that Reed was struggling was the custody arrangement for her son, whom she had with rapper Corrupt. At the time of her death, Reed's 10-year-old son had been in the custody of corrupt for the past 4 years. This arrangement, combined with her living situation, painted a picture of a woman who was not in the best circumstances as her life came to an end. Following Natina Reed's death, the remaining members of Blaque were left to grapple with the loss of their close friend and groupmate. The tragedy was a major blow to their plans for a reunion and comeback.
Cause even if I leave alone, and even if you come along,
And it led to the eventual dissolution of the group. The emotional impact of Reed's death was too great for the group to continue, and Blaque disbanded shortly afterward. In the days following Reed's passing, a song titled "Cut You Off," which had been intended for their new album, was leaked on the internet. Blake's third album, Torch, was a highly anticipated project that featured some of the biggest names in the music industry. The group collaborated with acclaimed artists and producers, including Missy Elliott, renowned songwriter Linda Perry, and hit-making producer Rodney Jerkins. These collaborations set high expectations for the album, as all three were known for their work with top-tier artists and for producing chart-topping hits. Despite the excitement surrounding the album, Torch faced its share of challenges. One of the intended singles from the album, Blackout, became the center of controversy. Critics derided the track as a ripoff of 50 Cent's hit song, In D Club, accusing Blaque of lacking originality. This criticism cast a shadow over the album's potential success and contributed to its delayed release.
I'm good.
Black.
I'm good without you. Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Adding to the complications, Torch was completed in 2003 but remained unreleased for several years. The album was initially scheduled for exclusive release on iTunes in 2008 under Music World Entertainment, a label owned by Matthew Knowles, who also managed Blaque at one point. However, this release was ultimately canceled, leaving fans disappointed and the album in limbo. One of the significant barriers to the release of Torch was the ownership of the rights to the album. Matthew Knowles, who is also the father of Beyoncé and the former manager of Destiny's Child, held the rights to both Torch and Blake's previous album, Blaque Out. This complicated the group's efforts to release the album, as they were no longer working under Knowles' management, and securing the rights to their music became an uphill battle. The tragic death of Natina Reed in 2012 added another layer of urgency and emotion to the story of Torch. Reed's passing devastated fans and reignited interest in Blaque's music, leading to a renewed demand for the release of the long-delayed album. In response to this growing demand, fans started a petition calling for the release of Torch, hoping to honor Reed's legacy and finally hear the music that had been kept from them for so long. After years of delays, setbacks, and legal hurdles, Torch was finally released on May 31st, 2019, under the label Blaque, The Move Entertainment.
Got the wrong one. I just came out to have fun. Go and find another one.
The release of the album marked a major victory for the group and their fans, who had waited nearly 2 decades to hear the music. The timing of the release was particularly meaningful, as 2019 also marked the 20th anniversary of Blaque's debut album. Following the release of Torch, Blaque was able to capitalize on the album's success with a series of live performances. Toward the end of 2019, the group squeezed in a few stage performances, reconnecting with their fans and celebrating the long-awaited release of their third album. These performances were a significant milestone for Blaque, as they marked their return to the stage after years of uncertainty and challenges. The prospect of new music from Blaque is exciting for fans who have followed the group's journey from their debut to the present day. While the road has been anything but smooth, Blake's resilience and dedication to their craft have kept them in the hearts of their fans. The release of Torch in 2019 was a significant chapter in their story, and as they continue to work on new projects, Blaque remains a beloved and influential force in the music industry. What do you think of Reed's death? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more entertaining videos. And do not forget to explore our other videos for more interesting stories and insights.